Some motorcycles are built to be admired, others are built to be ridden. This one almost never got a chance. A few months ago she was abandoned in a garden. Today she's here. The ABR Festival. I was not even supposed to be here. And this weekend almost never happened.
This is pretty good. What's the speed?
The original plan was actually pretty simple. I just wanted to get the chunky lady ready for the ABR. I wanted people to meet her, to learn her story, and to see what an old, abandoned BMW had become. I wasn't going there to prove anything. All I wanted was just for the chunky lady to belong. Then everything changed. Just a couple of weeks before the ABR, I finally took Chunky Lady on her first real adventure.
Yes! Woo!
She made it, but not without reminding me she was still an old motorcycle.
Only thing really that went wrong was this. So can you see all this around there?
I thought I just needed to fix a few leaks, but I had no idea what was about to happen. Wales was meant to be the end of the story for a while. I had proved that in fact the chunky lady, she could tour. And all I had to do now was just sort out a few simple issues. She had sprung a few leaks, nothing major, but just enough to remind me she still needed some love.
Did have a big leak down by the drive shaft. There was a leak coming from the oil filler cap here.
And then something happened I never expected. A ticket came up for sale. I knew I couldn't afford a full price ticket. And to my luck, someone had to pull out. I bought it for half price. I kept it quiet. I wasn't even sure if I would get Chunky Lady ready in time. I just did not want to promise something that I couldn't deliver. And then someone did something I will never forget. Mal from Mal vs Machine changed everything. He gifted me a Bridgestone Trail pass. Now, this wasn't just a trip to the ABR. This meant so much more. I now had to prove she was ready.
Thank you so much, mate. Like, it couldn't have come at a better time. As I explained to you in a message, things, you know, haven't been going great, and that's really lifted me. It's given me the kick up the arse. Yeah, so the Chunky Lady's going on a trail. It'll be my first time going to the ABR, and I cannot wait.
So after months of work, it was finally time. Tomorrow was the day. I hoped she was ready, and I had no idea what was waiting for me.
Is it 4 hours? Awesome stuff. So now I've got my ticket, I've got, well, my wristband to get in, my trail pass, and a little ticket pass for my bike as well that I have to put on, that I'll show you guys right now. It was relatively easy to get in, but now we've got to go and find our camping spot. Hey, that's it, ABR baby!
The original plan hadn't changed. I just wanted people to meet the Chunky Lady. I thought I wouldn't be able to get her here, only because I had so much to do to get her ready. Lots of late nights, lots of struggle, but we both made it and pulled through, and now we are at the ABR. With the amount of people that are here, there is no phone signal, so to try and find our friends to pitch up our tent next to them is merely impossible, but we do find them in the end.
Very little noise.
Oh, really?
People ask me why was it so important that I was to bring the Chunky Lady, and my answer is simple. I wanted people to stop, read her story, and realise what she had overcome. Everything felt new. I didn't really know where I fitted in. Then something unexpected happened. People started to recognise me.
No problem. Here, you take care of it.
Then I met a few people who'd inspired my own dream of adventure.
Every year we keep growing. I don't know where I'm going to go, to what it is right now.
I found out that you actually went out and bought a bike before you'd even passed your test.
Anyone can do what we do. We feel that, we're sat up here on a stage because you want to listen to us.
Whilst I was waiting in line to meet Rich and Eva, there was a lady called Mary who I got chatting to, and she wanted me to take her picture of her, Rich and Eva. And after the event, she finds my video of me doing the Bridgestone Trail. And what a coincidence that out of all the YouTube channels, my channel, she happens to come across. So I'm going to say hi Mary, and I hope you're enjoying this video. And I also hope that you're happy with the photos that I took, because I'm not the best photographer. And now it's my turn to meet Rich and Eva, and boy was I nervous.
You actually chose on record the big link and you left aside.
Send us if you've got any good photos. I saw you taking pictures.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
all of it was filmed because of guys like you is why I decided to get
a restoration motorcycle. I've restored it, made a whole series on it, and picked up the camera, and now I'm going on adventures. So, thank you for the inspiration.
Thank you for being with us.
It was over far too quickly. I panicked, had to get out of there, but other people wanted to meet them. Looking back, I wish I had stayed a little longer, but maybe one day we will meet again as equals. We signed up to ride the Demo Zero bikes. At this point it was just a bit of fun. The guy told us to just move forward and backwards and get used to the pull away on this bike. The bike was set in standard as it should be, but somehow I knocked it into sport mode. I don't know how this happened, but I guess the speed gods were with me.
That's alright, that's good.
Okay, so we'll do one lap, stop at the top, so use this one to really just get comfortable with the bike, the brake.
We went round one lap just to sort of like get our eye in and everything, and then he let us loose on our own, and this was the first time ever I had gone off-road.
Now this brakes beautifully, and wow! I mean, this is a really easy bike to control. Now, I'm not the most experienced person off-road, but I'll tell you what, to get that back end out, oh yeah, it's easy to control.
Although that this was my first time, this was also Rob and Adrian's first time too.
Amazing.
The guys that I went to the ABR with, the ones that sold me the ticket.
They look
But
really good.
later on I find out how much of a beast Rob is off-road.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
It was just fun. None of us realised tomorrow would change everything.
Oh dude. Oh, these are so talky.
Beginning of this weekend, I met a brilliant group of people. People I'd only just met. But it already felt like we knew each other for years. Sharing drinks with friends. Live bands. I went to bed excited. Tomorrow, Chunky Lady and I would face her biggest challenge yet. As I woke up the next morning, I was quite nervous. So before taking on the Bridgestone Trail, I wanted one last practice. Me, Rob and Adrian jumped back on the Zero bikes. It didn't take long before Adrian found the floor. Thankfully, all he could do was laugh.
I had that proper sideways there, just powering it on and slammed the brakes on. I was like, way. That was awesome. I was we just saw the aftermath here and didn't know what happened. Was that you?
Did you see that?
No. Was it you?
Got it out, man.
You nutter.
And it was so fucking easy to move it out.
Oh dear, you're crazy, man. You are crazy.
I decided this time round to follow Rob, and in a minute, as you will see, he gives me a run for my money.
Okay, so now I am following Adrian. Not Adrian, Rob, and I must admit, he's pretty quick. A hell of a lot quicker than me, I actually think. Yeah, he's jumping it, man. He's actually pulling away from me. I'm gonna have to pull up a little extra now to try and catch up with him. I'm really sliding this thing. And this thing is lively today. Is it lively? Wow. Like, I'm not kidding. The power difference is like a hell of a lot more. And I am puffed out.
I struggled to follow suit. So I started pushing these little bikes harder than I did the day before, and I think I started to find my limits.
Woo! Just lost the front. These electric bikes, man, they have impressed me massively. Oh yeah. Wow, this is like a proper fucking dirt bike, this is. Hey! Coming in hot! Yes, boy! Mate, you are fast. You got away from me.
He really humbled me, and I was impressed. Watching him gave me confidence. Maybe I was more ready than I thought. This was it. The moment I'd spent weeks preparing for. I'd never taken Chunky Lady properly off-road. And I genuinely didn't know if either of us were ready.
Have you had experience of off-roading?
It's the first time ever on something this size.
Alright, okay, you got knobbly tyres.
Yeah, I've got knobbly tyres.
Yeah, just go nice and steady, no overtaking.
No.
Because it is for beginners.
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think this beginner trail was a little bit too much of a beginner trail. It's like just riding across a field. So let's see, by going on the Bridgestone Trail, whether I am going to regret taking my Chunky Lady.
The beginner's loop settled my nerves. I started relaxing. Maybe this wasn't going to be as bad as I'd imagined. But now, it was time for the Bridgestone Trail.
So yeah, now I've got my feet in there. You're good. Oh, just go, yeah? Awesome stuff. Thank you. Hey.
The beginner's loop had gone, but immediately this felt different.
When you just speed it up that little bit more and get that suspension working properly, it feels better.
A cameraman caught my eye. That was enough. I quickly realised I had to concentrate.
You've got to put thumbs up for the cameraman, don't you? We're here. Oh, changing terrain. There you go. There's moments like that where people will prove their point.
Straight away I realised I had to stop messing around. Relax, read the terrain, concentrate.
I just want to have a good time, whatever I'm on, okay? And I'm just going to do it, right? And that's it. Why not? Why not try? Why not have a laugh? Why? Just do it. Go ahead.
Then came the first dip. The knock-in had gone. The sag was set. The dampening was dialed in. Now there was nowhere left to hide.
This is pretty nice. I don't want to be stuck behind these guys. I think I could go a little bit quicker. I want to go. I want to get past. Don't be too eager, because you will end up coming off. I want to go for it.
I realised something almost straight away. With just a little more speed, the bike actually became easier to ride. It felt lighter, more balanced, and much more predictable. So I used that to my advantage.
What gear am I in? Oh, I'm leaving it in 3. Really? Huh.
At this point I study everything. The bike, the terrain, and everything that's going on around me.
I need to get ahead of these guys. But I will need time. Look for a good opportunity and then I'll go for it. We're going to have some fast guys probably coming up behind me.
It was easy to get carried away, but I kept reminding myself, if I was passing riders, someone, somewhere, would be catching me. The trail refused to stay the same. Just as I started settling in, it changed again. And I had to change with it.
Huh? I was looking up the back there. Oh, wheel spin, yeah.
Then I made my first real mistake. I ignored my own instincts and followed someone else.
Supposed to go straight on. There's me following somebody else. I'm gonna go up here and turn around.
It was a simple mistake, but it taught me something. Trust your own judgment.
Wait, thank you. Oh dear. Oh, what a silly mistake that is.
Without even realising it, I was adapting. Every surface, every corner, every lesson was starting to feel natural.
I had to accelerate hard over that bit because I thought it was a big dip. Again, don't want that front wheel going in there. Yo, Polska! This bike, I'll tell you what, hasn't bottomed out, hasn't had a problem, the suspension's coped really well. This is absorbing everything. And I could feel the back wheel spinning underneath me because it keeps on changing. It's like, I can like feel it. Sorry, I had a fly in my mouth, just spat it out. You don't have to stand up all the time, do you? Only when you see that there's a bump coming, like a huge one. Do you know what? Even sitting down, this is absorbing those bumps really nicely. This is a comfortable place to be. Really comfortable. It doesn't feel like it's going off, you know? It doesn't feel unstable. And what speed am I doing? 30 miles an hour. Yeah, even crossing over that rut there, which a lot of people get worried to do. It's really not bad. Really not bad. Coming through! Hey! Coming through, coming through, coming through. Thank you, thank you. Hey.
This was probably my second biggest mistake. Uphill, deep sand, heavy bike, deep ruts. I stopped to help out a downed fellow rider. Little did I know, this put me in a real bad situation.
Fuck's sake.
How I got out is I stayed calm, used smooth clutch and throttle control, and I gained momentum alongside with balance and got the bike rolling. Now onto my next scenario. Everything stopped. Across the field I could see riders waiting. Something had happened up ahead. Waiting turned into one of my favourite moments of the whole weekend. A complete stranger who quickly felt like an old friend.
Yo, I wanted to check this thing out, man. You look proper cool out there. Like fucking like 80s fucking scrambler off-roader. Thank you, man.
He'd listened to Chunky Lady's story, then handed me his water. A simple gesture, but one I will never forget. The trail was about to begin again, but this time with a little more confidence.
Whew, I was going from rut to rut on that then. Okay, I'm gonna have to let the tyres do their work now.
Earlier I had stopped to help another rider. On a bike this heavy, that nearly became my mistake. I quickly realised that sometimes the safest thing you can do is keep moving.
Oh my god, oh, someone's down. Oh man, I can't stop, I'm sorry. I really wanted to help, but I can't stop.
This time, I trusted my instincts. No hesitation, just commitment. Then I saw it. The first obstacle that genuinely made me think.
Oh no!
A rider was already down. There was one thing left to do. Commit and trust the bike.
Woohoo! I jumped it! I used my skills!
Something had changed. I wasn't reacting anymore. I was riding. The more the bike moved, the more I stopped fighting it. Instead, I started working with it. Without even thinking, I was adapting. Every change in terrain became another lesson. She stopped feeling heavy. She stopped feeling intimidating. She simply felt right. Then I saw it. The biggest climb I'd faced all day. There was no point waiting. I just had to commit. The rear tyre searched for grip. The bike bounced from rut to rut, but I stopped fighting it. I let the chunky lady do what she was built to do. That changed everything. If I could do this, what else was I capable of? I arrived at the ABR thinking, I'll only manage the easy bits. Now, Europe didn't seem quite so impossible. The last few minutes felt different. I wasn't thinking about every obstacle anymore. I was simply enjoying the ride. I didn't want it to end. I wanted a drink. Then I wanted to go straight back out again. The first thing everyone noticed wasn't how I'd ridden. It was how filthy I was. Baby wipes. I did not realise my face was so filthy. I've been eating dirt.
You needed a proper breakfast. You got some
Dust anybody? Dust? Remember Fat Fighters? Oh dear, yeah. Old Little Britain, that was funny. Dust anybody? Dust. Before today, I wondered if Chunky Lady was the right bike. Now, I knew she was. The trail had covered both of us in dust. I needed a drink. Chunky Lady needed fuel, but neither of us wanted the adventure to end. After all that, it was time to slow down. So I found a patch of grass and I listened to one of the people who inspired my own adventure.
I was arguing with him quickly, and then it turned out his radar gun was broken, and he was just, giving us a bit of whatever.
And out of nowhere, a couple asked Charlie Borman if they could get married on stage and for him to give the bride away there and then. Poor bloke. What sort of knob would he have looked like if he said no?
Yeah, Charlie, have you ever done this before? No, well, I've been married before, yeah, but not for someone as beautiful as this. Yeah, by the way, this is indeed get married.
Don't think so. I found myself watching another challenge unfold. The Bog of Doom. Some made it, others didn't. One of the things that I loved most was that everywhere you looked, there was another story waiting to be discovered. Every stand promised an adventure, guided tours, new countries, new experiences. It looked incredible. For a moment, I wondered if that was the way to do it. But deep down, I already knew. I don't want someone else to show me the way. I want to get lost, make mistakes, figure things out for myself. Because then, the adventure becomes mine. And in amongst all of it, obviously, an alcohol stand. Because why not? The more I explored, the more I realised adventure meant something different to everyone. I am beginner, don't know what I'm doing. I know some content creators out there just get on their bike and just go, and they don't even know where they're going themselves. They just go. I suppose maybe that's what I should do. But it's always good to get some advice first, and that's what I'm going to try and do. Anyway, on another note, so I saw this bike in the Bog of Doom. As I looked around this bike, it intrigued me more. I wanted to know more. I wanted to talk to the very person that rode this bike and ask them some questions. Who was the rider of this one? Now, so you've done it 6 times now.
Yeah.
And 5 of them you did not need help.
No.
That's amazing.
No, just keep your raffle motor and straight out.
The camera was focused on more of the other people, but I certainly saw you go in there.
Maybe you need to get full throttle that the rear wheel is blow out the mud, so you have a clean wheel.
The Bog of Doom, does it stink? Does it smell?
No, I'm not. I'm a little bit do you say it?
Congested.
Yeah.
So let's have a little smell of it.
You're gonna lick it also?
I can't. No, I'm not gonna lick it. No, that's fine.
Wow, such a nice guy. Just what I needed. Lots of good quality advice. We could have chatted forever, but I had more to explore and I knew he needed a drink.
So there is a guy here that's been standing in the sun on his bike all day in full clothing, and I think it's really, really bad the way that they treat this guy. But literally, he just will not get off this bike, and I don't understand why. Now I've got to take my hat off to these guys. These guys have been directing all of us and just taking it. Like, so much respect for you guys, man. All day out here in the sun. You know, I'm gonna. You know what? I can't get my words out. It's so hot. You know what I think I am going to do? There's a red bus up here at Ragley Manor, so I'm gonna have a little look and show everybody Ragley Manor. And I think if this is the bus that takes me back to camp, whew, fuck walking. I think it's a bit weird that I'm following two men. There it is, Ragley Hall Manor, or Ragley Manor, I don't know, what do you call it? Ragley Manor, Ragley Hall Manor? Wow, this building's huge. Is there a drone? There is, there's a drone. I think we're gonna go and have a look inside.
For a while, I forgot about motorcycles and just enjoyed being there. As I walked into Ragley Hall, the walls were lined with photos of ordinary people who'd chosen to chase extraordinary adventures. These were the people who first made me believe that adventure wasn't just something you watched, it was something you could live. Without even knowing it, they'd set me on this path. They'd inspired me to buy an adventure bike, to rescue one that everyone else had given up on, to pick up a camera and to start telling my own story.
I've been told that I can record everywhere in here except the dining room, so I'm going to respect their wishes and not record in the dining room. This is beautiful. Now I know what this is, guys, but do any of you know? You would have seen that very thing in the movie Wanted. Now, I can tell you that all of that is hand-painted murals. I know this, why? Because it's one of my professions. Now, I'm going to make a quick dash out of here and see if I can make that bus.
It would have been easy to spend the whole weekend riding, but the ABR is so much more than that. For a while, I forgot about motorcycles and I just enjoyed being there. Then I remembered there was still one thing I wanted to find: the shuttle bus.
And being that it's an open top bus, well, you've got to, haven't you? So I'm going to get up there and I am going to be one of those riders which someone, well, you're not going to get a chance to see what I look like as one of those riders, but that'd be pretty funny, eh? What is that piece of metal hanging out there?
You know, I've been asked that about 6 times today and I still don't know which is part of the wheel. It is meant to be.
It's just part of the wheel. Maybe it's some kind of stopper. I don't know. Speculation. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So unfortunately, as you can see, I am walking away from the bus, and that's because disappointingly, the heat was really starting to affect me. Come on, Ben, let's do it. Take 2. I'm walking away from the bus because I've just been told that there's another bus running around and this one's not going to leave until 6 o'clock. So bus driver was very polite, very nice. Yeah, so I am going to go down here and go to a bus stop. I don't know really where it is, but he did point me in the direction of it. So let's see whether I can find it and whether I can get on a bus, because I don't want to walk. I want to experience the bus. I'm being spoilt now. Just any time you get told that you can have a free bus ride, as they always say, things taste better when they're free. I want to share something with you guys. I've gone and done it. I am lost. I'm so disorientated here. I don't know which direction I'm supposed to be going. I saw a bus stop, but it was going in the wrong direction. If I was to get on it, it would just take me back to Ragley Hall. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. So I'm not getting the bus now. Things don't always work out how you expect them to. Wish me luck, guys. So from the time that I left Ragley Hall, that's the back of Ragley Hall, right? I've been walking for about half hour just to get round this, but it's not just because I went there, it's because I went off into a completely different field walking around it. I'm so stupid. So I find a slush puppy and some apple juice, so I am all good. I am not going to die. What is this car doing? Reversing, okay. Where are they going? I have no idea. I don't think they had any idea either. But slush puppy, I'm not going to die, which means I found my way back. When I get back to camp, well, we'll see what they say. Yep, somehow I managed to get completely lost. So much for being an adventure rider. By the time I got back, everyone had disappeared. For the first time all weekend, it was quiet. Looking back at the bike now, just reflecting on the day and what it had done. Yeah, I'm very happy. It wasn't long before Adrian found his way back. After a full day of riding, walking around and getting lost, it was nice just to slow down. And then I left Ragley Manor wanting to get a bus. I got lost.
Easy done.
I got lost. I went all the way, basically not far from where the entrance was of the whole place.
Fucking hell,
looking,
miles away.
Walking around the campsites, wondering which ones ours, trying to find the main road again, this main road here. I went all the way there, through the back field over that way, walked up that way, before making my way this way, then walking that way, going, oh wait, now I'm behind Ragley, man. And then came down and quickly went to the little supply shop.
You call me a nutter. Fair play to you, mate. You got some steps in.
My feet hurt. I
I
feel burnt as hell.
Yeah, the showers aren't too bad.
I know. And I really want to shower but I really don't want to walk over there to have one.
If you're going to have a shower, mate, now's the time, because
Yeah.
there's a little queue there, but later on, it'll be heaving.
We headed back into the festival, grabbed something to eat, listened to a bit more music and called it a night. Tomorrow, it would all be over. Sunday morning felt different. The noise had gone. The crowds were disappearing, and suddenly it felt like it was coming to an end. Looking around, I realised something. I didn't want to leave. It's one of those moments. I felt like I found where I belong. Part of me wanted to pack the bike, not go home, but to carry on. Find another trail, another campsite, another adventure. I wasn't ready to go back. Not back to traffic, not back to routine, but out there. Life just felt right.
I'm not going to listen to people. I'm going to do what I want to do. You can say it's a mistake. Does not mean it's a mistake for me and that I shouldn't do it. That I'm going to regret taking this. Because I'll tell you what, I'm glad I didn't listen to those people. Those people that try and stop you in your tracks, stop you from progressing. I had the best time of my life. These bikes, for someone with no experience, are far more capable off-road than you actually think. I've always been on the road rider, but I'm glad that I've had this journey and I'm still having this journey with the chunky lady. Most GS owners don't even take these bikes to the dirt. And that's the very reason why they buy it. Because this bike is capable. Because they know it can go anywhere, but they never ever touch mud. And this is why I gave myself the challenge of buying a bike that's nearly down and out. Bringing it back to life and giving it that one more chance of an opportunity to do what it was built to do. Where was I? I don't know where I was at. Oh, I'm prolonging putting this away because I don't want to go. I want to go back on the trail, but no, I have to go back home, back to reality.
Just thinking about going back to the pressure of life really got to me emotionally.
Do you remember the first day that I found you? You were destined for the scrapyard. And I didn't know what our story was going to be. To me, at the time, you were just another BMW. But I fell in love with you. Not because you're the newest, because you're the prettiest, because you're the fastest, but because you've got character. You've been abused, knocked down, left behind, and yet you kept going. I must admit, there was moments when I thought you was taking the piss, when you was springing some leaks, when I was in Wales, but I think that was just you reminding me that you are just an old bike, and you still do need a little bit of caring for. But after this weekend, you proved everybody wrong. In fact, you actually proved me wrong, because I still was a little bit skeptical. I was just thinking, oh no, what are you gonna throw at me next? Have I made the biggest mistake with you? People were saying you were the wrong bike. You're too old, you're too heavy, you're too slow, but they were wrong. You may not be the youngest or lightest, but you're strong and you're determined. And when things get tough, you keep going. The more I think about it, the more I realise you are a lot like me. Life knocks you down. People tell you you can't. But yet, you just keep getting back up and going. Anything is possible. So, thank you. Thank you for proving me wrong. Thank you for proving everyone wrong. Thank you for the best weekend of my life. We still have a long way to go. We've still got to venture across Europe. So, chunky lady, I ask you one thing. If I look after you, please look after me.